My dream was always to own a Lambo. Never had the money. For me, it was like impossible, right? Now I don't want a Lambo, I want a Pagani.
Okay.
And the work is the same. The mindset is the same. The person is the same, just the goals change.
Did you have that grit, that perseverance?
Imagine I'm doing YouTube now for like 13 years. It never worked for me.
Huh.
So you see how perseverant a person must be to do something for 13 years without stopping, even if he's not successful.
Yeah.
You can't win or you can't outwork or do anything to a person that doesn't stop. Don't stop, never. Show up every day, like don't stop. I kept this for like 20 years. I never stopped posting.
What is the biggest piece of life advice that you would give to the younger generation if they want to become successful?
Listen to your guts. First of all, don't listen to what people tell you. Believe in yourself. Don't put too much of your plans out there. If you want to do something, do it in silence and let the success make the noise for you.
All right, we're in.
This reaction. Let's go.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much.
You ready, my man?
I'm so ready, my man. Let's go.
All right. Welcome to Cold Tub Talks. Today is an extra special episode. I've been pumped about this one. We have Silviu Zaharia. Did I say that right?
Yes.
All right.
Perfect.
Otherwise known as Zed Lee on social media. He owns 4 businesses, one of them being Z Performance Wheels, and he's a social media influencer. Man, lots to get into here, man. Kicking off.
Let's go.
Before you built a following and a brand around performance cars, lifestyle content, who were you when you first realized cars were more than just a hobby? Is it something that defined you?
Absolutely. Well, it didn't start really with this special desire. I didn't have like this need to drive, or I didn't really like cars. It started with the first car that I really liked. I always wanted to own a BMW, so I think it was 2006 that I finally bought one. I bought one, but it was not a new car or something really special. It was just weak engine, like diesel, 2-liter diesel, and everybody knows.
Okay.
Everybody knows who loves cars that's not a proper BMW engine. So I wasn't really happy about that, but I was really happy just owning a car because I liked especially this cube shape of the car. So
Okay.
it was exactly that car that I always wanted. And even if it was not a Lambo, it was not an expensive car, it was not something really powerful, I really loved it.
Sure. I mean, we all start somewhere, right? You get something, you kind of climb the
that's how
ranks.
it started, because my first car was actually a Ford Fiesta, one already 20-year-old car
Okay.
that my mom owned, and I got it when I turned 18 or 19.
Got it. Nice.
And that's how it started.
Nice.
Beautiful.
What was the first business you started?
It was a car part, like reselling webpage.
Okay.
I built a webpage which was called BMW Car Design. And I started just to sell parts that I bought, like in America or in UK, where aftermarket wheels and some sort of, or car parts, like carbon fiber mirrors and stuff like that. So at that time, like 20 years ago, not everybody knew about that, like where to get those parts. And maybe what I did back then, everybody does now, some sort of drop shipping stuff. And
So you were kind of a pioneer in the way? You're one of the first to it?
I really don't know if I was the first. It was just what I knew to do, since you gotta keep your eyes open to see opportunities, and this is what I did. Since I had a lot of space to store, I just thought, how can I bring more value to this space, and started doing that stuff. And then after a couple of months, I've been looking for stuff on the web, because there was no social media back then. Like, when was it? 2006, 2007, 2008. We had no. I think the only thing that was is Facebook.
Okay.
But you got your information
Maybe
from
MySpace.
forums like GT board, M3 board, stuff like that. You didn't have like the social media and all YouTube, all this information that you have access now. You basically had to search a lot. And then I was searching in a forum. It was in Romania, and some Chinese guy offered a GPS system that was revolutionary. I mean, back then in that time, you didn't have a CD or MP3 in your car. There was just
Okay.
this display with, cassette. You played cassettes.
Oh, yeah.
So you played cassettes. And
Heard of
this
them,
guy,
never got to use them.
yeah, and this guy basically copied that device that BMW put into the car's OEM, and he made it with CD, with MP3, with Bluetooth, and all that stuff that was super, super new. So I found that in the Romanian forums, and I ordered one, where it was like $250.
Okay.
And I advertised it in Germany since I lived in Austria. I lived at that time in Austria and I spoke German. I just ordered it, took pictures, videos, and presented it online and to see what the reactions are, right? So people were pretty biased. Ones like did a lot, were like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this for like forever. I want to have this in my car. On the other side, this Chinese crap, I don't want to have that, right? My problem was at the time that I didn't have that much money to order these devices to put them on in my shop. So I realized I could do some group buy and tell people, okay, if there's like 50 people want to buy it, you get it for $650 instead of $900, right?
Okay.
So 50 people got together, they ordered it, they wired the money, so I got the money. With that money, I bought 100 pieces, sold the 50 to these people, and 50 were left. Made another group buy, sold these 50 as well, and I ended up selling like thousands of these things. So I made my first money with this online shop. And then I got into the wheel business.
And so that was all in 06?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, really long time ago.
Wow.
Wow. What was the biggest obstacle you had to overcome?
Yeah, it sounded like bare bones. You said you had no money, scraping by,
Yeah.
bootstrapping.
That was one of the biggest problems since you don't come from money and don't have money, you sort have to figure out where to get it from. And I managed to do it with these group buys. And later I started the wheel business and I really had no idea what I'm doing because if I knew, I've probably never started because it was so tough. Since in Europe, especially in Germany, which is the biggest market in Europe, I mean, I think Europe or Germany is as big as the whole continent together when it comes to buying power. And in Germany, you need for every kind of wheel and spec and dimension and all this, you need TUV. TUV is a strength certificate, which is issued by the government. That means if you don't have this, or if the wheels don't have this certification, people will not buy it because if you put on your car wheels without this homologation, police will take your car. So they take your plates, they take your car, they impound it basically. You are not allowed to drive without these certificates. And I didn't know, and this thing is really expensive. If I put it together in an amount of money since I started, it's for sure like 3 million euros that I spent on these certificates. Because you have to test every single wheel, every single width, every single dimension, every single design, and each is like 12,000 euros.
And that's a thing to this day?
Yes, and you have to do that. Otherwise, people will not buy your wheels. It's simple. And I didn't know that. Wow. So I invested in wheels. I made my own design. I ordered a container of my own design, and then I had it in my warehouse, and I realized that, shit, people will not buy it unless I do that.
Do you think that kept a lot of people from getting into that industry, all those hurdles to go through?
Yes, these are hurdles, and these are things that are really difficult because it's not just about these certificates. It's also about you as a company. You got to be audited as a manufacturer in front of the law. And this is, again, something really difficult to do because you need a quality management handbook, which is basically telling the authorities exactly the whole process from the bare aluminum until the wheel is mounted on the customer car.
Got it.
With tire dimension and so on. It's really tough and really difficult. So if I would have known it from the start, I wouldn't have even started.
Well, that says something about you. So as a young man at the time, did you have that grit, that perseverance, that willpower? Did you have it in you, or did it kind of get developed?
Genes. Yeah, it's in my genes. My dad is the same. So imagine I'm doing YouTube now for like exactly 13 years. It was like 4 days ago that I got the anniversary of 13 years. It never worked for me. So you see how perseverant a person must be to do something for 13 years without stopping, even if he's not successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. I think that's in my.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
That's the best entrepreneurial story right there. You shivering yet? Feeling good?
Yeah, I don't feel anything actually. So.
That's great.
Just see his reaction getting in. Now he's just zen. Chilled out.
Sweet.
I'm not Zed, I'm Zen.
There you go. I love that.
Love it.
What
All
I
right.
wanted to say something at this moment, at this point, is that you can't win or you can't outwork or do anything to a person that doesn't stop. Imagine someone is never stop. You can't do anything. You can't outwork him. You can't beat him. You can't do anything if you never stop. So I always told me, like, posting on social media, don't stop, never show up every, like, don't stop. And I kept this for like 20 years. I never stopped posting. For example, on Facebook, on my Z Performance account, never stop posting, or
Yeah.
on any other.
That's what it takes.
Yeah, dude, you just zoom out and think about that. 20 years. I mean, how much resilience do people have nowadays with immediate gratification? All these business coaches are like, make X amount of money in X amount of days.
Yeah, they wanted
Look,
gratification instant.
they want to get fit fast. They want
Yeah.
Ozempic. They want Wegovy. They want it
Exactly.
now. And to think back then, you probably didn't. You probably knew a little more that it's going to take some time.
You know, it's funny that I always saw myself in a position like, my dream was always to own a Lamborghini. Never had the money. For me, it was like impossible, right? And I thought, or I said to myself, as soon as I turn 35, I want to have that car.
Okay.
So I just worked for the car's sake. I never like looked at how much money is coming in, or I just did it for that car. I just wanted to have that car. So
Wow.
it's funny. I bought it in October, and in May. I bought it in May, and in October, a few months before I turned 35. So as soon as I turned 35, a few months later, I bought that car. So. Always
hit the goal.
Everything what I do is for cars. Right now, isn't it the same thing? Not only that the goal is a little bit bigger. Like now, I don't want a Lambo, I want a Pagani,
Okay.
and the work is the same. The mindset is the same. The person is the same. Just the goals change.
The field goal post is moving
Yes.
That's
a little bit
awesome.
farther, as they
Exactly.
say.
Yeah.
Love it. Let's transition.
All right, let's do it. You did it, bro.
Is that? Oh,
That's
I'm
it.
fine.
That's the cold sum. The transition to the couches. Heck yeah. Quick shout out to the Pod Company, the sponsor for the Cold Tub Talks. I'm sitting here in the Ice Pod Pro. Coach Devin's in the Long Pod, and you can get your discounted cold tub in the description below. Check it out for yourself. All right, welcome back. I think I'm shivering the most this time, man. I'm really cold. Are you cold?
Yeah, you're bringing the energy, though.
I am
Got
bringing
you
the
going.
energy. Heck yeah, you look chill as can be.
It's cool, man. I like it.
I love it.
I feel really well after the cold plunge.
Let's go. That's what it's all about.
Nice.
Yeah.
He even
Okay.
considered getting back in, it sounded like.
He did, yeah. He mentioned
Of course, let's do it. After the podcast, we're gonna jump in again.
they're waiting for us. Okay, so Zed, in your journey with Z Performance, your other businesses, content creation, was there ever a point where you questioned whether you could sustain it all financially, creatively, and maybe was there even a point where you considered walking away?
Oh, there were many moments. Many moments. You know, it's always an up and down. It's never static, like static up or static down. It's like your life business. It's sometimes it runs well, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes you want to quit. Sometimes you're just happy, and there are many moments where you kind of say, okay, I'm done. There was a moment also a few years ago when I don't know if you remember. There was a time where crypto was all over social media and everybody was talking about crypto, I think like 3 or 4 years ago. So me too, I started to do some crypto, I started to do some trading, and there was one coin, I think Sand, was called Sand Box was the name of it. And I bought for a couple of $1,000s Sand, and overnight I gained like 15,000, and it was the moment where I said, "Fuck this real business. Who needs that? It's so easy to make money with crypto." So it was just a tiny moment, but I can remember it pretty vividly.
Dang. Never got into crypto myself, but
You know, it's not always about the money. For me, it must be fun. It must be something that you love. So
backbone.
sitting 24 hours in front of a screen and watching a chart would be probably not the thing I want to do. With my business, I have the chance to travel a lot, to meet people, to drive cars, which is basically my passion. So, and if you live your passion or you make money with your passion, you basically never work because it's what you love. So for me, it's pretty nice that way.
Yeah. Have you ever had any bad backlash or criticism that has affected you personally?
You mean like hate?
Yeah.
What's online? Oh yeah, I did. There was a time, pretty much a few months before I met Alina, like 6 years ago, that I had a situation where I posted on Instagram a video where I overtook a car, which was not very clear in this video if it was legal or not, and there were thousands of people hating on me why I did that, although it was really okay and legal. And at that time, I was not that um, fine with myself to see hate as something more productive or to embrace it and or just don't really care about it. But it affected me a lot, and I had a bad time. So it was exactly the time when I split with my ex-girlfriend, and everything came together in a package of events that were difficult to handle.
Whoa. And that was just a few months before you met your now wife, you said?
Yes, it was just a few months. I think it was half a year, 6 months. Or
Okay.
something like that.
So were you at a place of insecurity? Like you mentioned who you were at that time? Like, did it affect you a certain way because of who you were?
I think it was a bad time for me altogether. It was not insecurity; it was just too much stress.
Hmm.
And how can I explain it? Because um, when you have a lot of trauma that you carry with you, like from your childhood or from past lives, it consumes your energy. So a certain amount of your 100% of energy is consumed by these traumas that you carry with you. That means everything you do, it's harder because you don't have that amount of energy. Like 100%, you have maybe 40%. So you have to do with this 40% of your energy, everything. And it was pretty difficult because my girlfriend at this time cheated on me. I found out. It was right before pandemic. My dad got a stroke, so he got really sick and is half paralyzed. She cheated, and so this time was really, as a whole, really difficult, really tough. And then this hate that came through this video was too much. So it was really
Wow.
tough to handle everything. And then I split up with my ex-girlfriend. I met Alina, who helped me a lot in becoming the person I am now, and meeting her and a friend of her who basically made a therapy, like theta healing therapy.
Mhm.
It helped me to heal all these childhood wounds and all the trauma, and set up a lot of energy, like a lot of potential energy that I didn't feel all of a sudden was there. So I didn't know what to do with it. And now I can say, okay, I have my dream girl. I run, instead of one business, 4 businesses, and can also enjoy my life while doing all the work for these companies, just because I'm okay with myself. I basically overcame all these traumas that kept me back and
Let's go.
consumed my energy.
Yeah. And it probably turned you into a better man for it.
I hope so. I hope so. But at least I know that I'm feeling better and I'm more relaxed. I used to have anger issues. They are now under control, at least most of the time. I mean, we are human beings, and everybody is facing his own problems. But I can
course.
say that I'm feeling really well, and it's fine.
Yeah. That's the winner's mindset right there.
Yeah. Is there ever a part of your life that you don't want people to see on social media? I know you're big into it and share a lot on there. Is there like parts of your life that you don't like to share?
Yeah, you usually know you try to hide your vulnerabilities, where like moments where you struggle, when you sometimes also maybe cry. But I think this is the way people should see you. Or if you want to be really successful, you have to let people see you also in that way, because they can. And this is a big criticism that comes from my wife, that I never did, that I never showed the hard part, the struggling, the hardship, the moments where you fail, where not everything runs that smoothly as you would like to.
Yeah.
And I really believe that this is part of authenticity, and this is the biggest vibration that you can have in order to become really successful, to show people also the hardship, the vulnerability in your personality.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I agree. I mean, that's real life, right?
Yeah, and I believe if you don't do, then you are just a little bit fake because something is missing. You don't show the real you, but it's
Yeah.
really hard. This is really hard to do. I don't know if you how you feel about that, but to be like really yourself fully, unconditionally is really hard.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got a different story. For me, it took years to really be who I truly was on camera. You always kind of put on a facade
Mm-hmm.
and come off a certain way, but you realize, hey, not only is it more enjoyable to be yourself, but also I feel like it resonates more. It really does. And to give you some kudos, something about your content has always been curative to where it's always caught my eye. I'm not a consumer, but whenever I see your content, I'm like, there's something about that just moves me. Like it
Okay.
feels good.
That's
You
good
know?
feedback. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've never been able to put a word on it or describe it, but even when I've just mentioned you in any way, I'm like, his page, there's just something about it that pulls you and it's gravitating. It makes you feel good. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I do, I just try to do things for myself. I don't post for the cloud, or I never like think about it. Will it go viral or not? So
Mhm.
just really post what I like and the way I like it, because it's really difficult for me. As we spoke before, I'm not a speaker. I don't speak too much, and I express myself through videos and images, especially through pictures, because I take the pictures myself. I edit them myself. Also the videos, most of them. So I do it myself.
Wow.
Is because this is what I like. This is what I love.
Mm.
Also for my company, all the content is self-made.
Really?
Yes, it's the only thing that I never gave away to someone else. As an entrepreneur, is usually very good to delegate things, like to give them away to people who are better in certain
You're
things
right.
than
That's
you
why it's
are.
kind of
And
surprising.
yeah, and pay some people for that, because you as a businessman, you will never be able to be as good as a video creator, a video guy. So better paying people who
Right.
are better in certain specific areas than you, and keep them for yourself where you are best in.
But you like being hands-on. I
Yeah.
mean, it kind of explains it that you can kind of somewhat do it all, because you mentioned you work a lot. You get up early, you do your thing. I mean, you dedicate the time to do these tasks that you probably could leverage, you could outsource, but
Yes.
you choose to do them yourself.
There's something you have to do yourself. What you can't just hang around or go on vacation. It's getting boring. So, and for me, work is this what keeps me alive, and this is what I like doing the most. I probably would still do the same thing if we would have enough money not to work. Probably, but maybe in a different way, like crazier. I would spend more on like content creating, doing crazier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Is there ever a part of your journey on social media that you've kind of felt like a phony or a fraud at all? Or do you feel like it's been pretty genuine for the most part?
Of my content
Yeah.
is very genuine. As I told you, I struggle a lot with YouTube. I really, after 13 years posting, I really didn't find out what works what for real. There's a recipe for Instagram, for TikTok. There are specific things you need to do in order to go viral, but I didn't figure it out what it is for YouTube. I don't know. So maybe I'm not genuine enough, or I hold back something. I can't tell. If I could tell, I would change it, but difficult, because
Yeah.
every platform requires a different kind of content,
Totally.
and you need to know how to do it.
Yeah. No, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little different for YouTube than Instagram than
Yes.
Facebook. And if you
Yeah.
don't know what you're doing and you make them all the same, it may work on one platform, but it doesn't work on the other.
Yeah, and it will not work, because there's, for example, Instagram is your business card. It's quality. It's not that much quantity.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, it's a lot of quantity. The more you post, if you can post 100 times a day, you're gonna be better off than one time. And on YouTube, I don't know. Maybe you know. I didn't figure it out.
Yeah. What belief do you feel you have to let go of to create content and build a brand that's unapologetically you? Maybe something that you did for yourself, or that you think other people would need to do as
Yeah.
well.
Definitely stop caring what people think about you.
Hmm.
It doesn't really matter what they think, if they're gonna like it or not. And the most important thing is to embrace hate, because there's no
Embrace hate.
better driver than haters. There will be no people like helping you so much than people hating on it what you post. And if you understand that, the dynamic between hating and loving, or something that is controversial, and you start posting controversial stuff, you're going to realize that there are people who hate, people who love, and these people will fight each other in the comments. And that's basically the recipe for success on social media. Make them fight
Yeah.
and don't intervene. Don't block, don't delete, let them hate on you.
Yeah. Sometimes hard. Like for me personally, I'm such a kind guy. I got a good heart. And creating controversial content sometimes is uncomfortable because you do create that tension. Like, well, you want everyone to be inspired and motivated by your content, but you realize if people disagree, it almost doesn't feel good inside. But it does create the talk, the hype, and creates the impact that in the end of the day you're trying to make.
You got to detach. Just let it there. It's not personal. Usually when people hate, it's always about them. It's not about you. It's something that triggers, they see in yourself, but they got triggered in themselves. So it's basically not something about you. It's something about what you move inside of themselves that makes them start hate on you. So, and if you know that, you can play with their minds, and you can use this energy for yourself in order to become successful, in order to gain reach and use their energy for yourself.
I like the way that was phrased. That's a good one to go back and listen to again.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for me. I mean, everyone's got a different story, a different journey. Everyone's got a different personality. So for me, as easy of an obstacle as that it can be for some to overcome, that was a hard one for me to overcome. Trying to be a people pleaser. And I think you don't get as far always trying to please everyone because you can't. And some people are just wired in a way where they want to hate. So you're always going to have haters, even if you are the nicest guy in the room. Someone's going to be like, I don't like that guy.
Even Jesus was not loved by everyone. So, you know, that's the best example. So you just need to use their energy for yourself.
Yeah.
Trigger them.
So true. One thing I try to remind myself is no matter what, none of us are getting out of this life alive anyway.
Yeah.
So why not just take all the chances you want? If people don't like you, they don't like you. But at the end of the day, we're all going to die at some point.
It's easier said than done, but that's basically the truth. That's basically what separates the successful from the other ones.
Yeah. And I think the way our brains work is when you get to the end of your life, you're going to think a lot more about the things you didn't do versus all the things you did do.
The regrets? Oh yeah. I bet the invoice is going to come. and you can decide how big it is. If it's a lot to regret or little to regret. But you got to do things now, not later. That's why we are here, because I also said, what we're going to do, I'm going to be in Europe. We're going to start these new businesses. There's a lot to do. It's not very smart to come here, but I only live once. So I want to have my time off, enjoying it here. And when I get back home, just hustle. And no regrets.
Yeah. So walk us through a week in your life. You mentioned you not only have Z Performance, you have 4 businesses, you do all your own content creation. What does the week look like to balance all that out?
Basically a lot of sports. When I don't work, I go to the gym. We live close to a forest. I go walking, I go running, I go meditating in the forest. I do breath work. So all beside that work, there must be something that balances everything out. So for me, it's just sports. If I do workout and I can connect with myself, there's nothing that I can't accomplish.
So to juggle all that, how do the days not get away from you? How do you make time for all that between work and find those? Because people with normal 9-to-5s would even say they don't have time to go for a walk in the forest, to meditate, to work out. They have these excuses.
Yeah, it's just priorities. It's excuses that you don't have time. It's impossible. You always have time, 1 hour a day. You just need to sort of manage your time that you don't have time to sit around. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You get up. Sometimes I just get up and my wife asks me, did you wash your face? And I realized that I didn't even wash my face because I go straight to work. I start working and I forgot. So I'm
Yeah.
sitting 6, 7, 8 hours at my computer, work, and then I realize, oh, I forgot to eat. I forgot to wash my face or stuff like that because I really love what I do.
Yeah.
And then it's not work anymore.
Mm.
But then I know again when I have to stop, I have to stop because I have to go to the gym and I stop. So there's non-negotiable things like gym
Yeah.
that I gotta do.
Yeah.
So you take time for that. If I'm done with sports, then maybe I take time to meet friends or whatever it is. But as I told you, you have a lot of energy once you overcome these childhood traumas that keep you in a spot.
Mm-hmm.
So there's basically a lot of energy left if you have a good time management. If you just do it, right?
Yeah.
Just do it.
I mean, simply put, we all have the same 24 hours in a day.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
that simple. So when you hear the vast amount of reasons that people lean on, it's like, in a way, they're invalid because someone else is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else is getting twice as much as done as you are, and they have the same excuses.
Exactly.
It's the
And if you
human
don't
mind.
do it, then you know, okay, it's deliberately you chose it not to do it. So
Mhm.
I know, okay, sometimes
Yeah.
I'm
Good way to put it.
I'm not in a mood and I don't go. There are
Mm.
also these days where I say, okay, I don't want to just want to go to the city, drink a coffee with a friend. Today is the day off, and you
Yeah.
take this day off to reward yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well,
true. It's the
yeah.
balance of life. We were talking with your wife
Exactly.
beforehand, the 80-20 rule. You know, if you're on track 80% of the time, 20% of the time, enjoy yourself. Do what you want for whatever reason.
And the next thing is very important that you give away some sort of tasks.
Mm. Okay.
You
Delegate.
let people work for you, but
Mm.
you need the right people around you, and this is also a process that you go through, like filtering the people that you want to work with and focus on them.
Yeah. What are some non-negotiables you do in your days to help you stay more productive?
First of all, the social media platforms, they need to be fueled with content. This is the most important thing because you got to show up every day, and it doesn't matter if you're tired or if you're not in a mood or if you're sick or whatever. There's no reason why not to post. And you know that because you can prepare it up front and not letting everything for the last second and say, oh, I have
Yeah.
no time. No, I have everything prepared. I have vlogs up front prepared in my YouTube. I have videos in my drafts,
Mm.
and always be prepared for the next day.
That's savage. I feel like we should be posting right now. Ricardo, you want it?
If someone was trying to start in a similar journey as you did or posting content, what would you say they should do in the next 30 days?
Definitely creating TikTok, like the social media platforms, and show up themselves, talking a lot. It's all about storytelling, private, not labeled private branding is about the person who is behind the brand. So that means talk a lot, speak about it, and if you show up really every day and consistently, you're gonna be successful.
So by private brand, you're saying even if you have a brand, build a personal brand alongside
Yes.
it as an individual?
Yes, that's the most important. You can see many people start out from scratch because the algorithms don't focus that much on how many followers you have, but on how often you show up. For example, on TikTok, if you have 2,000 followers, you can have a better reach than a person who has 1 million
By just showing up
if you
consistently.
show up and have good content.
Yeah.
This is what I would do, like talking a lot and trying to push myself forward, put yourself in the front.
Now I really feel like we should be posting right now.
Soon
No,
enough.
it can be simple. It's like it's simple but not easy, right? Like you got to have quality content, do it consistently, and eventually it will come to fruition, right? You keep showing
On
up.
TikTok, you basically don't even need quality. You just need quantity. Just start talking about it. Express your feelings. Why did you start that? Why are you unique? Why should clients choose you over another brand? Just be genuine. Tell them why to choose you, and they're gonna choose you.
Yeah, it's so different for every platform. like you said, I feel like TikTok's more of a volume game, but then some of the other platforms like Instagram, it's not so much a volume game, it's a quality game.
Exactly.
Where like the better content you put out, the more you'll be rewarded, versus TikTok doesn't really care about the quality, but it cares about the volume of how much content you're putting out.
Exactly.
Got it. So basically, just create the content.
Create the content and put yourself out there. Just post. Post the more, the better. Because I call it like a casino, you know, where you press these buttons and the chance, the more often you press, the more often you get the chance to win the jackpot. It's the same thing on TikTok. The more often you post, the more often it's likely that one video will go viral. If you post 10 videos and one goes viral, you have one. If you post 100 videos, you're going to have 10 that go viral, right?
Just numbers game.
That's TikTok.
Dang. Probably why we never went viral.
Yeah, and TikTok also promotes those people who post a lot, and once you are in trending, it pushes you even more. So the more you post, the more it pushes you.
Yeah. Has the success, audience, and influence that you've had made you happier, would you say?
I don't think so. It's it becomes so like a must do sometimes.
Okay.
It doesn't really make you happy. But what makes you happy is, for example, if you see a random person on the street that recognizes you and wants a picture with you. This is really nice. Like, I'm in Miami, right from Romania, and there's a guy on the street that said, "Hey, you are Zed. Can I take a picture?" And that's really nice. That's the reward.
That's actually
makes
really
you feel
cool.
really well, yeah.
It's the little things.
But it doesn't really
can
make you
appreciate.
happy in that sort of.
Your wife makes you happy.
My wife, she does.
Look at that smile. Oh man, that was classic.
He needed to take a second there. He's like, "Yep."
Yeah, looked her right in the eye.
Wanted to make sure she was listening there. So what do you love doing outside of just business? Like what's like some things you love doing outside of just working?
Well, since I everything I do is about cars, the first thing that comes into my mind is driving. I love driving, and everything is around cars. And if I'm having a bad day or just want to relax, I just jump into my Porsche and take it for a spin.
What Porsche do you have?
Problems dissolve. A GT3.
Okay.
Drive
Nice.
with the GT3, and this is my therapy. This makes me genuinely happy.
Where's the coolest place you've drove?
In the Dolomites, you know, Italy, there's a place with the most beautiful nature that Mother Earth's created. It's really amazing. We are there like 2 times or 3 times a year.
Okay.
And now this is also one of my businesses. I also forgot about it. I don't know if I told you. I am organizing a rally in Italy. It's going to be 20 cars, Golden Mile Rally. And it's going to be limited by invite only. And we drive the most epic roads that you can have on this planet.
Wow.
Maybe we'll make the
Only
invite
done.
now.
Yeah, I mean, that is the coolest way to enjoy cars. I mean, I started out going to car shows, and once you really experience the car, the driving experience, it's like,
Exactly.
what? I mean, nothing against car shows, but nothing beats the experience of driving the cars with other enthusiasts. You meet great people through it. Like, forget just parking them and taking a look at them. Go drive that
Yeah.
thing. And I'm assuming that area is windy roads too.
Very
curvy.
and simply the perfect environment for a driver's experience.
How does
Yeah.
someone get invited to that?
You can apply,
Oh, okay.
and then we're gonna talk to you and figure out how connected you are. It's all about creating a kind of community that you can rely on if you have a problem. Because I have a friend, he inspired me to do that. He's in a biker club, and he told me, like, I asked him, why you like it so much? What is so cool about it? He
Okay.
said, look, we have a group, and whenever one of those guys needs something, you can text it in a group, and there's always at least 1 or 2 or 3 guys who can help you out. And this is everything about community, you know, to build a space where people can come together and enjoy this
Yeah.
time together. And the only thing that really unites us is the passion for cars.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. So with this rally, is there people that come from around the world? Do people
Yeah,
ship the cars
we have
out
people
for the
from
event?
Germany already registered, from Switzerland. We have some interesting, some guys interested from Florida. He's a finance guy. He said he want to participate. So, yeah, it's from all over the world. If you want to join, feel free.
Very cool. All right. Yeah, we've yet to we're from the Chicagoland area. We have the Corvette Z06, and I wanted to bring it down so bad, but we didn't want to drive it, and I've never shipped a car anywhere. So let alone across.
Yeah, we shipped
the
it
ocean,
from we shipped
but-
it from Europe over here.
Yeah,
But for example, you can fly and you can rent cars. We have cars
Sure.
for rent,
sure.
and this is also an option.
That's neat. Are you familiar with Steve Hamilton by chance? You know who Steve Hamilton is? Hypercar collector.
Is this the Hamilton collection?
Hamilton collection.
I don't know him, just from social media.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
He's from your area?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we had him on the podcast. Yeah, awesome guy, and he has the same passion for
He
cars.
pops up in my
True.
feed all the time.
Yeah.
But I
Untra-
don't know him.
Got it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, good vibes. You can meet some really cool people in the car
Yeah,
community.
he's got crazy cars, like hypercars. It's
Yeah.
a different level.
Yes, and if
Oh,
you haven't
yeah.
seen Steve's episode yet, click somewhere on the page because that was a phenomenal interview as well.
Yeah. With everything you've created in life, is there anything like you're afraid of losing?
Well, yeah, of course. I would lie
Huh.
if I would say no, but yeah, if I would lose my company or the brand I built, since it's my child, you know, if you grow something from zero and work for like 20 years on it, it's like you lose your child. I really believe it would hurt a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You seem very grounded and certain in what you do. Is there any part of you that still feels uncertain about what you're doing at this point?
Oh yeah, since the business changed a lot, since almost every manufacturer of wheels comes from Asia. If it's China, Taiwan, Thailand, or whatever company or whatever country, they started to approach our dealers and our customers directly. So this dynamic changed a lot. Many people just don't focus on quality; they just want it cheap. So they order directly, for example, in China, which is
Okay.
not a good quality. It's probably not safe, but people don't care. So it shifts a lot from what we did before. It was selling through resellers. I had like 1,000 resellers all over the world. Now it shifts more from B2B to B2C, more to final consumer. So more direct sale. And I don't know where it will go, this change or this direction, but it's changing. I mean, I embrace the change. Change is important, but
Heck yeah.
you have to be always one step ahead. And what I'm doing now in order to overcome this, we totally change our platform, our web page more from B2B direction B2C. So with a configurator where you can choose your car, and then all the wheels that will fit your car will pop up, so you can order directly. You don't need a reseller anymore. And yeah, there are things you can do about it.
Sure.
Just need to work and focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. If social media was to disappear and your businesses were to close down, who would you be down deep without those?
Wow. Well, as I told you, I'm just opening a garage. In this garage, you don't need social media basically, so you can invite people in your place. So yeah, that's probably a good decision in this situation. But going more off grid and do like the real work instead of creating content.
Yeah. So it'd be about the cars. You would just have your car garage and
Yes.
work on cars and
I've really got a passion for those.
Yeah, what I see
Vehicles
myself
with four
doing beside
wheels.
cars is maybe teaching young people, because I had a seminar that I was keeping in a university in Romania. So that was a lot of fun. I could see myself doing that,
That's cool. Yeah.
teaching young people, or maybe not letting them make the same mistakes like I do by trying to. At least if you change one person's life, it's already enough.
Yeah. A lot of similarities the past couple days with these great guests.
yeah.
Change one life. That's all that matters. You know, it's not about virality and reaching the masses. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to share my message, and if I can inspire people one by one, so be it. But
Exactly.
I mean, you, along with many of our other guests, are inspiring way more than just one person at a time. But even if it was that, you're still willing to do what you do at your best because you love it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it has a good impact,
Yeah.
good mission, good purpose.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you would regret not accomplishing if you looked back 20 to 30 years from now?
What I regret, or what was the
Yeah, like
question?
what would you regret not accomplishing now if 20 to 30 years from now you're like, man, I should have done that and I didn't? Is there anything you'd regret not doing?
Basically, I'm actually very okay right now since I'm taking care of myself. What the question makes me think about health. If you ask me, I don't really go into business when
Love
it
that.
comes to regret, but
Yeah, I mean, it was an open-ended question. Doesn't have to
yeah,
be
my
related
dad
to
had the
business.
stroke and like 6 years ago, and this changed a lot my mindset since I saw that he was always like, we're gonna sometime in future we're gonna have a tennis court and we have this and that. He was living just for the things for the future, you know.
Okay.
And he never accomplished any of these desires that he had because he got sick. And I saw that, I realized that, and I told to myself, I don't want to be that guy. I just want to enjoy my life, not just working, and also doing something for myself and stay vital, stay healthy, stay in touch with your body, with yourself.
Yeah.
So I started breath work, I started meditation, we did this therapy. And not only that, we do feng shui. I don't know if you guys know what feng shui in real life is.
No, what is
But
it?
there's basically, it's a science, right? So there's a woman, he has a chart, and she can read out of this chart basically everything that you should. So she gives you advices what you should do and do not the next year.
Wow.
And it's very interesting because I never believed in that. I never believed in energy. I never believed. I'm not very religious. I'm very down to earth. What I see is real. What I don't see, it doesn't exist, right? This was my belief before. And we met this lady, and my best friend told me, you should go there. I will make an appointment for you. He's very interested. You're going to like it because she will help you a lot. So I said, okay, let's do it. And we went there, and it took her 7 hours to tell us basically everything was going to happen the whole next year. This was last year. So I was listening to her. I didn't really believe what she says and stuff. And then I thought, okay, she knows me because I'm a public person. She knows a lot of information from Instagram. But then while talking to us, she told us about very private stuff that nobody knows, just we know in our bedroom, right? Some things that nobody knows. And then we were looking at each other and said, oh, how the hell does she know that? And we asked her, why do you know that? She said, it's written in my chart. You don't see the chart. I have it here. But on this chart were just Chinese letters and Chinese something that we don't really understand, right? And then after leaving the whole last year, everything that she said came true. So she kind of told us the future.
Wow.
And
Never heard of that.
if you have this
philosophy.
information and if you believe in all these things, you can sort of control your life much more than just doing things blindly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Your father, you said he had a stroke?
Yes.
Did he lose his life?
He didn't lose his life. He's still alive. He's okay. He's doing fine. He's a little bit better, but he's by far not healthy. So he
Can't play tennis?
no, he can't play tennis. He will never be able to play tennis again. He will never be able to drive a car. And I'm very sorry, but you know, we have to pay for certain things that we don't do in our life. And this is his invoice for what he didn't do in his life. It's very sad. It breaks my heart, but it's his life. It's everyone's decisions. He took his decisions that lead him to the moment he is now.
Wow.
And the only thing that I can do is learn from his mistakes, not to make them. And yeah, now I'm here.
Wow.
Yeah. It's powerful stuff.
Yeah, man. My father committed suicide about 8 years ago, and it's crazy how one decision you can't take back because he had a life ahead of him to live, and that decision he decided to make that day, you can't take it back. And so I think of it from a mental health standpoint that you mentioned, not a physical health standpoint, but a mental health. If you don't take care of yourself and you do make a rash decision, well, no one's there to save you. You know, whatever repercussions come about, whether it's
Yeah.
severe pain or death, you know.
Yeah. What I also learned from my mistakes, because what I learned from because you suffer, or from mistakes we never learn because we realize, oh, this could be a bad idea, because you only learn because when something bad happens to you, you realize, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. So I learned from my mistakes that it's better not to react right away, but to take time to breathe, to think about it, and then maybe react.
Wow.
Since we are human beings, it doesn't work all the time, but we're working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you looking to accomplish next in your life?
Since everything is about cars, and my biggest dream and wish was to own a Lambo back then when I turned 35, now I'm 44, my next goal is a Pagani. So everything
Let's
I do is sort of moving towards that goal, that I can afford that car. It's about $3 million. Right now I can't. And I don't know how to get it. I don't know how to make that much money to get it. But I know what I can do today and tomorrow to move in this direction. And the most important thing is to have a direction. Otherwise, you don't know where to go, where to move. So I'm driving
Way
now.
to just put it out there,
Yeah,
man.
I'm driving 200 miles an hour towards that goal.
Love that.
What does success look like now, per se, compared to when you first started, when the dream was just to get a Lambo?
Now to have free time to enjoy, enjoying being here, although there's a lot of work to do, although you have 1,000 problems around you, but you're still cool and you don't panic. You just know, okay, you have to just solve them, and it's going to be solved in any way. And enjoy the process.
Wow.
I lived like, I don't know, I had 15 years of work, and I was so miserable. I didn't really know, or I didn't really enjoy everything I accomplished. Because I can remember, for example, 2018 or 2019, I was at a car show. In Austria, it's very, very famous. There are like 20,000 cars that come all over Europe and come together. And when I first started my business, my biggest dream was to have one BMW M car, like M3, M4.
Okay.
One of these cars having my wheels on them. And then to get back to year 2019, where this car event was taking place, almost every car at this event had my wheels. And I had this moment where I get back to my hotel room and I said to myself, fuck, man, you made it. Fucking made it. And I got goosebumps and was like, oh my God, how is this even possible? I just realized that I really made it. And there's nothing more to accomplish in this business, because when you are on the top, what can you do more? Maybe something different.
Wow.
So my next goal is having this Pagani, having a family with my wife, maybe a nice house somewhere, maybe here in Florida or wherever it will be. I don't know.
The beautiful balance of life.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's so cool. You know what this makes me realize is how valuable talks are like this, but in today's day and age, most people won't even make it to this point in the podcast.
You mean the guests?
No, the consumers.
the people watching.
Consumers watching this podcast, people that maybe we don't matter enough to them, whether we are eventually.
Why do you think so? Why is that so?
Just because of the way society is in our attention spans. I think we're now 45 minutes into a podcast and people's attention span is just dopamine hit after dopamine hit. But the true value is in quality conversations, not just a 30-second reel that you get one piece of advice and you scroll. I mean, if someone looks at a piece of content or they're on social media and they see 100 reels a day, how much information are they really retaining?
Not much.
Yeah.
But when you learn about someone like yourself, like this conversation, I've learned significantly more about you than I have the past few years of following you on social media, because you get the depth, you get the realness of what the life is about, and you find more relatability than you do just at the surface level content.
Do you
know
think
what I mean?
I should change my content to put out there more of this, or
No, because the reason you're sitting here right now is because of what I personally saw, speak for myself,
Yeah.
on your social media. But I also know, being an aware and open-minded individual, that there's always more to an individual. I never judge a book by its cover, because social media is a highlight reel for everybody. We can't share our life. So I know that what I see for you is a small fraction of every single day of your life that you're living behind the scenes. But you also get a taste of what that individual might be like, and that's where you just try to invite them into your life even further. And so we've been very choosy about the quality of the clientele and the guests we've had on this show. And we do that for a reason, because we want good quality individuals
Quality,
that
yeah.
have a good heart and they have a good purpose in life.
Yeah.
Cool.
You got to be doing something right, because he doesn't consume much content, but he showed me your page a couple times. He's like, check this out. He's like, look at his page. Look how sick this is. So
Yeah, he's not wrong.
you got to be doing something.
Yeah, but if I were to say, because you asked me, if I said you should change your content, would you take my word?
Yes,
Oh, yeah?
absolutely. I would.
Okay, so when people give you insight on your content, I mean, how I always think of my mental capacity as keeping the door to my mind cracked, because everyone has an insight and opinion. So how much do you take from others as far as insight and incorporate it? Do you like how much do you take others' advice when they?
There is no
throw it?
advice coming in for myself.
Really?
There's no many people telling me you should do
So
this.
that
and
is that just like how closed off you are to the outside? Like you're just doing your thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, doesn't even watch his
Wow.
wife's
So you
stories.
like that's super vulnerable then. So what you just asked me, you literally asked me like, well, as a consumer of mine, do you think I should change my content? And
Yes.
if I gave you a piece of insight that I think you should have changed, you would have taken that home and implemented it.
Yes, I would at least try it to see if it works, because this whole social media thing is an experiment. There's nothing
Sure.
that you should do or should do not do. You just need to figure out for you what works. So what I always do is a constant experiment on what the algorithm likes or not, while keeping in mind what I want to do. I mean, I post what I like,
Yeah.
but still try to be consumer oriented, because we want to sell, right?
Yeah.
So in order to sell, you need a big following. And in order for a big following, you need to give people something to learn from, to laugh, to be an entertainer, whatever. So if you want to become bigger, you need to bring value to the table, also for your followers.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
give them at least a reason to follow you.
yeah, yeah. Well, you've done that for me, man. And I do not pat many people on the back, but you
Appreciate it.
have to be probably one of my favorite people I've ever come across.
Much appreciated. Thank
Yeah,
you.
your
That's
content
nice.
is just so inviting, and it's like so different too. The concepts you guys come up with together, they're just freaking badass.
That helps me a lot. Like what you say now, it feeds me. It feeds me with energy. It feeds me with confidence. Like everything's like, even if it's just a sentence, because as you know, we discussed it before. What people do is hate on you. So you see, if you have a lot of hate, you see, okay, I'm relevant, but it doesn't necessarily help you as a person. So if somebody comes and gives you a compliment, it's really nourishing.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome. And you said
man.
you might one day have kids, potentially.
Yeah, why not?
If
She wants kids, I want kids.
okay, so say your kid's watching this right now in the future, and you were to pass away for some reason, what would you tell your child watching why you chose the life that you have?
I would probably tell them not to care about what any people says. This is the most important thing. You just need to focus on what you do what you love, and do it consistently. And this is guaranteed the key to success. 100%.
You can feel that too, like the backbone of what he does surrounded by cars. That's so cool. Like for a while, I went to car shows and there was just a lot of D-bags, but I was going to the wrong car shows. I was going to the people that were looking for the clout. They look at someone else's car and it was like arms crossed, I want to one-up you type thing. But then you get around the right car community and it's like the backbone of what they do is just for the love of it.
Yes,
There's no comparison.
true.
I feel that in you for sure.
And that is kind of a glue. It keeps people together. You can have billionaire friend that you otherwise wouldn't have to talk any word with him. But with this passion for cars, you can become friends. You can become friends with a billionaire. Same with one guy that works, I don't know, in an office that spends all his money in his cars because this is his passion.
Yeah.
Love that. I'll close it out with this. What is the biggest piece of life advice that you would give to the younger generation if they want to become successful?
I said it already. Just listen to your guts. First of all, don't listen to what people tell you. There's never gonna be anyone who wants you to win more than your parents. This is the only people that you can really rely on. and maybe your wife or your husband if you're a girl. Otherwise, just believe in yourself. Don't put too much of your plans out there. If you want to do something, do it in silence and let the success make the noise for you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Man, of not many words, but they're powerful when you do speak.
Thank you.
That's it.
So I love it. Thank you for coming on once
Yeah,
again.
man. Really
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
you
Yeah,
coming
we
on.
appreciate
Speak
it.
softly, but carry a big stick. as
Yeah.
you said.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
It's a
Zed,
good
really
one.
appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you so much.
And if you want to check out other great episodes, just like Zed's here, check us out at the Cold Tub Talks channel where you can click right here.